Facing charges of corruption, former union boss Brian Aha-kuelo will finally have his day in court as his trial begins tomorrow.
It's a case that's been on hold for years and delayed due to COVID shutdowns. KITV4's Jeremy Lee was at federal court today for the jury selection and spoke with the defendant. He joined us now with more. Jeremy.
Mika and Rick, the former IBW union boss was cordial but declined to say anything on camera. He only said today was a good day in reference to the jury selection wrapping up this afternoon. Former union boss Brian Aha-kuelo left federal court on Thursday in good spirits ahead of his trial. As head of IBW Local 1260, Aha-kuelo and relatives are accused of misappropriating union funds. Attorney Megan Cow, who's not involved with the case, says prosecutors will have to prove the defendants willfully misused funds.
Now, if the bylaws state that they were allowed to purchase property and use the property for personal usage in addition to the union usage, then that's going to be a strong defense for the defendants, because they're going to say we didn't have the intent, and the government has the burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt intent.
Aha-kuelo is faced with 70 counts of fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering. He has maintained his innocence and pleaded not guilty, let out on $50,000 bond. Federal prosecutors allege Aha-kuelo raised dues on union members for personal gain and rigged the vote to increase those dues.
The government's going to have to bring everybody that allegedly signed off on those votes to come and say either, yes, that's my signature and I voted for this, or no, that's not my signature, I wasn't even there, right? And that's going to depend on how many witnesses the government can actually bring in to testify to those facts. If they don't have everybody that they need to come in and say, that's not my signature, I wasn't there, the defense is going to have a strong argument that the government hasn't proved that portion of the case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Aha-kuelo was relieved of his duties in 2016 and then indicted in 2019, along with his wife and sister-in-law, who he had hired into the union. Well, the judge told the selected jury to report back at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow as the trial is set to commence with opening statements. Reporting live, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.